social anxiety, and overthinking don't start because something is wrong with you. They start because your brain is doing its job just a little too strongly. The brain is built to protect you. Its main role is to notice danger and keep you safe. The problem is that it doesn't always understand the difference between real danger and imagined danger, especially in social situations. When you're about to speak, meet someone, or enter a social setting, your brain doesn't wait for things to happen. It jumps ahead. It creates pictures of how things could go wrong. It imagines people judging you, misunderstanding you, or thinking badly of you. None of this has happened yet, but your brain reacts as if it already has. That's why your heart starts beating faster. That's why your chest feels tight. That's why your thoughts begin racing. Your body isn't reacting to reality. It's reacting to a story your mind is telling. Overthinking works in a similar way. Overthinking is not random. It is your brain trying to find certainty. When something feels unclear or uncomfortable, your brain believes that thinking more will solve it. So it replays conversations. It reviews your words. It analyzes your tone. It looks for mistakes. It imagines better responses. It imagines worse outcomes. It does this again and again because it believes repetition equals safety. But thinking doesn't always bring clarity. Often, it just brings more noise. The same thoughts repeat in different forms. The brain stays busy, but nothing actually changes. Many people believe the solution is to eliminate anxiety completely. They tell themselves they should not feel this way. They try to push thoughts away. They force confidence. They tell themselves to calm down. But this approach usually backfires. When you fight a feeling, your brain assumes the feeling must be important. Resistance sends a signal that danger is present. So the brain increases alertness. Anxiety grows stronger. Thoughts become louder. Now you're anxious about being anxious, and the cycle tightens. The truth is, anxiety does not need to disappear for you to live normally. It does not need to be fixed before you act. It only needs to stop being in charge. An anxious thought is not a command. A racing heart is not a warning that something bad will happen. These are internal signals, not instructions. One of the biggest traps people fall into is waiting to feel ready, waiting to feel calm, waiting to feel confident. That moment rarely comes first. Confidence does not appear and then lead to action. Action comes first, and confidence follows later. This is why small actions matter so much. Speaking one sentence instead of staying silent. Making brief eye contact. Saying hello even if your voice feels shaky. Staying in a situation a few seconds longer instead of escaping right away. These moments may feel small, but they teach your brain something powerful. They teach your brain that you were anxious and nothing terrible happened. Avoidance feels good in the short term. It brings relief, but it also teaches the brain the wrong lesson. It teaches the brain that fear was correct. Each time you avoid, anxiety gains more control. Each time you stay, even briefly, anxiety loses a little strength. Another reason social anxiety feels intense is because of attention. When anxiety shows up, attention turns inward. You start monitoring yourself closely. You watch how you sound. You watch how you look. You notice every sensation in your body. This self-focus amplifies discomfort. Shifting attention outward helps break this loop. Listening to the other person. Noticing their words. Noticing the environment. Noticing what is actually happening instead of what you fear might happen. This is not distraction. It is balance. Many people believe they are not social by nature. They label themselves as awkward, shy, or bad at talking. But social comfort is not a personality trait. It is a skill. Skills are learned through repetition, not through thinking. Quiet people can be socially comfortable. Talkative people can feel anxious. Personality does not decide ease. Experience does. Progress often feels invisible. People expect a big moment where anxiety disappears. That usually doesn't happen. Instead, progress shows up quietly. You overthink a little less. You recover faster after conversations. You stop replaying every detail. You speak without planning every word. These are real changes, even if they feel subtle. Over time, your brain updates its expectations. It learns that social situations are not as dangerous as it once believed. The alarms quiet down. Thoughts slow naturally, not because you force them to stop, but because the brain no longer feels the need to protect you so intensely. So, is eliminating social anxiety easy? Not really, but understanding it is simpler than most people are told. You do not need to change who you are. You do not need to erase your thoughts. You do not need to become fearless. You only need to stop treating fear as a signal to stop living. When you move forward gently, even with discomfort present, your brain learns safety. And when the brain learns safety, overthinking loses its purpose. Not overnight, not dramatically, but naturally.